Awesome. So how does the audit work? Before the end of the policy term, the insured will receive a notice directly from the carrier regarding their upcoming final audit. The insured will receive an audit questionnaire listing the items needed in order to complete their final audit, along with a blank final audit form for the insured to fill out. As the broker, you can always request a copy from the carrier or reach out to your wholesale broker to provide you with it. This request will detail all information needed to be provided to verify payroll and class codes. We'll get into those items in the next slide, but make sure to be in contact with the insured during this time to obtain all the necessary documents from them. As the insured has 30 days to comply with their final audit, so it's really important you're talking to your insured and you're getting the information required to complete this. Usually the carrier will request the insured to complete a voluntary workers' comp audit. So the insured will submit their completed final audit by mail or through the insured's online portal. However, for larger accounts, carriers will sometimes request an in-person audit. Physical audits are usually requested 60 days after the expiration date of your policy. During these times, it may be a little bit different over the phone until things get back to normal. However, the auditor will notify the insured by mail or phone to schedule the appointment, so it's really important to be in contact with them if your insured has a larger account or a larger business. Once you've completed the physical or voluntary workers' comp audit, the carrier will process this, and it takes about 30 to 90 days from the submission date. So once the carrier has processed the audit, they're going to send the insured the final audit, and this can result in two things: additional or refunded premium. So if the payroll submitted on the audit is lower than what was originally quoted by the carrier, the insured will receive a refund. But if the actual payroll is higher than what was quoted, the insured will owe additional premium to the carrier. And as Anaya mentioned before, it's super important for the insured to communicate all changes, and especially payroll changes, with the broker throughout their policy term, so the insured doesn't end up owing premium to the carrier. Good practice would be checking in with the insured every couple months to see if there's been any changes to their policy. So we'll move to the next slide. What information will be required? In order for a final audit to be completed, we want you to know the type of information the carrier will be requesting from the insured. Payroll summaries for the policy period they're describing, so make sure the insured is submitting accurate payroll records, payroll tax reports, and the IRS Form 941 for the last 4 filed quarters. If the insured has subcontractors or leased employees, they will also need to provide certificates of insurance for each lease employee or subcontractor if applicable.